It lopped off her jaw. The turnaround for me was probably 2015 when I got a very sudden text message from my sister. And she said, "Oh, mom is out of surgery." And I'm like, "Hang on, what is this? No one told me about mom being in surgery." And this was her second cancer. This quick detail is how bad it is. She's 75 years old. They lopped off her jaw. They cut off a little bit of a tongue, okay, because they had to remove all the slurry glands. And then they took a skin graft from here, and they took a tendon from her leg, and they had to repair all this. And she, 75 years old. And my sister suddenly tells me, "Oh, she's out of the first surgery." I'm like, "What? What is this?" No one told me about this, and I started thinking, I haven't been present for the last couple of years. And at this time, I was also kind of bouncing around jobs because I just couldn't hold them down. And I thought, I'm going to go. I don't know how long my mom is going to last. So I went to Canada. My mom was still in hospital, and I remember having to sleep in the hospital for easily 2 or 3 weeks. In Canada, this was in the spring, so it's quite cold.
Right.
Of course, I didn't bring any drugs. So all of a sudden, I'm in withdrawal. I had my cigarettes, but I was literally next to my mom in the hospital room for 2 weeks straight. Like, did I even shower? I don't even remember. But, I was sleeping next to her in the room on a couch. And I remember, every now and then I would want to smoke, right?
Right.
So you put on a shirt, you put on a sweater, you put on a jacket, you put on a jacket, you put all this stuff. You walk all the way out the road with a helicopter pad. You have a cigarette or two. Then you walk, take this all off, you come back in. And that was like, 3 or 4 times a day. And at some point I was like, screw this. Like, okay, I ran out of cigarettes because I brought cigarettes from Singapore. So now I'm like, I'm going to buy cigarettes. So 1 week passed, 2 weeks passed, and I'm like, hey, I'm not smoking, After my mom went home, I stayed for a few more weeks, and I did buy a pack of cigarettes, but I was like, still, same stuff, you gotta pull this and go out again. I'm like, I don't do that anymore. And I think I was depressed enough not to do it.